if you can talk about my career, then I could talk about your life. Yes. And it should be.
You know what I'm saying? Like that would be like, again, like don't let me that'd be like me saying like, yeah, so I got a homegirl and we was having a conversation and whatnot, and she was talking about how like, yeah, like the economy is like really tough. She can barely afford her groceries, and she really would love it if she had a guy in her life who could help out with that. And I was just so disgusted, like, you lazy bitch. Oh my god, you were so fucking like disgusting. Like you don't want to get shit, huh? Like you want some guy to come in your life and help you? What are you talking about? You live in America, all right, where someone who has nothing can have something tomorrow. You want a man to come in your life and help? No, that's not that in a way it's kind of like fucked up. The reason why this stuff is important is because this person actually wants to have a conversation about who can sleep with who. We have laws for a reason. This will be the same as trying to say a person. I'm trying to think what would be a good metaphor for like escalating, like how can I say, how we label something, right? But pervy, I'm like, no. Women are the most attractive in their prime. You know that's your prime. You do not feel like most women do not have a better body at 34 than they did when they was 24. It's just a fact. When you're a woman, if you're like, what women's youth is like being an athlete. As you get older, it does not matter. Some people are amazing athletes, but for the most part, you will lose strength. You will not be as strong. At 39, like feeling like, damn, like I can't lift the same way I used to lift before. But also too, I used to be way fucking heavier. When I was over 300 pounds, I used to be able to lift 300 pounds. I can't anymore. I don't have the size. Pause. Right? But that's the loser mindset. You know what I mean? Because and this is something that is really important too. It's two things that B word. We gotta bring the B word back around. And a lot of men will subscribe to and co-sign this, right? Because they don't think in terms of benefit. It's one thing because I'm sorry, benefit and actual choice when you actually chose something. Most you do not live a life where you say, I want this specific thing and I'm going to get this specific thing. You live a life where like you live a thrift. Everything you enjoy in life is like going to a thrift store. Whatever happens to be there, you choose from that. And sometimes that's what life is, right? But it's a difference in when you say the Jordan, the retro Jordan 5s came out today. I'm going to go to the store and buy that exact colorway versus I come in the store and go to the clearance section. I go in the store and see what I can afford or what's worth me blowing some money on. And it's a decent price and also looks nice. No, coming into a store and saying, I'm gonna go ahead and spend about $5. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy. I'm whatever I see here that I want. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I don't know if a lot of you even have that ambition, or even ever had that experience. But when you experience life like that and you get exactly what you want, you start seeing and understanding what it means to enjoy a good life. Because the thing about this whole conversation is that for one, we have laws around it. Two, the laws and the way people talk about age gap relationships speaks to men's consciousness and improving men, at least in that regard. Because when you hear these stories about Brandy with the dude from Boys to Men, and there was some other story, right? And it's like, all right, the context or the part of the context that we keep leaving out is that was more normal back then. That was a different time. Just like there was a time where like, yo, you could put up a sign saying no colored allowed. There was a time where you could say we don't hire women for this kind of job. That was a different time. You know what I mean? And if you was to tell a story about that, that would be weird to kind of get hung up on the fact that happened. That's just a part of history. We don't really do that no more now. It still kind of happens, but another part of the conversation is that those are two adults. At the end of the day, I'm going to go after what looks good. You know what I'm saying? But also, not only that, I work my ass off. No, I mean, I'm not saying that women in their 30s and 40s can't look good and that I can't be attracted to them or nothing like that. But men don't benefit from you being older. Matter of fact, you're not easier to deal with. You're not. And not only that, black women also feel like black men should suffer like slaves. That's what I'm saying. Like black women really feel like, yo, black being, all right, your history in this country, I've always known you as a slave. I've always known you to have a master. So the same, and she kind of will look at you the same way that like, if someone comes upon a dog, well, you're here and you kind of want to be around me and whatnot. So, you don't feel like you're the dog's friend. You feel like I'm the dog's owner. I own you. So like whatever you do in life, what you get is up to me. Now I don't think it's always maybe intentional, but again, information gets passed down. Like listen, you see this shit with Pooh Shiesty Daddy, and then Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty Daddy was always in jail. Wasn't raising him, and look how the boy turned out. According to that police report, he came through, and that whole debacle, the whole alleged attack on Gucci and them happened days after he got out of jail. Days. That was in January. That the whole thing, the whole apple don't fall far from the tree is a real thing. You only can break that kind of stuff if you're conscious of it. But introspection is not a given. You know what I'm saying? Your ability to critique yourself is not a given. That's something that comes from after time and having a solid circle of people around you who help you to have more self awareness. All right, because self awareness